Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another in my concert review series. This time I'm going to be talking about seeing Todd Rundgren and Daryl Hall. This would have been just a few days ago. I'm filming this on a Wednesday, and I had seen them on the previous Friday. So less than a week before recording this video. Now, I'd never seen either Daryl Hall nor Todd Rundgren, and I don't really consider myself a massive fan of either. I mean, I know, with Todd Rundgren, I knew, the big hits, and I know like some of his backstory, but and then of course with Daryl Hall, obviously Hall and Oates, and knowing the big hits of Hall and Oates, but I didn't know anything about Daryl Hall's solo career. So I was going in there just to see the legends, having that opportunity to see them, fairly cheap tickets, and it was general admission, so you could sit wherever you wanted. Now, it was an outdoor arena, an outdoor amphitheater, I should say. And with that being said, the day that I went to go see the show, I went with my mom, who's a big, well, she's like me, she's a Hall & Oates fan, and we just went to the show. She came over for some supper, and we drove to the venue, which is only about 12 minutes from my apartment. And I had a cousin who was going to be there with his girlfriend. We didn't buy the tickets knowing that the others would be there, but through word of mouth, we knew that we were both going to be there. So we sat with my cousin and his girlfriend, and it was myself and my mom. And during that day here in Virginia, we were having incredible rain. I mean, incredible rain, thunder. We had 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So looking out from my apartment window, just over on this side of me here, uh, it was very ominous, and the sky was quite dark. And I have a crepe myrtle tree outside of my picture window here, and it was blowing. So we didn't know. I was texting the venue through Facebook saying, hey, is the concert still on? Are we going to get an alert if it's delayed? And of course, I don't hear anything from the venue until I actually end up at the venue. I'm sitting down, and Todd Rundgren's already started his set. I get a message from the venue saying, yep, the show's still on as scheduled. Thank you. So we get there, we park in the parking garage, and people are standing outside of the garage waiting to see if lightning is going to come overhead. And it's at this point, it's a very fine mist coming down, but it's not a downpour. But that was about the driest that we got. Let's just say that. So we get there. Todd Rundgren has just started, and because we were kind of waiting out the rain, because it stopped raining right when we left the parking garage, and then right when we got into the venue, the slow drizzling rain started, and it did not let up for the whole night. And so Todd Rundgren comes out, and keep in mind, both of these guys are in their mid-70s. Todd looks good. He's got like the skunk hair kind of. He's wearing a sleeveless shirt, and he can tear up a guitar solo, that's for sure. And again, I wish I knew more about Todd Rundgren. I mean, he did, I Saw the Light, Hello, It's Me, and then he did a version of Ooh Baby Baby by the Miracles and Smokey Robinson. And Todd played for probably a little over an hour, I'd say, and he was playing with Daryl's band, who are known as Daryl's house band, because Daryl Hall has a show called Live from Daryl's House, and they're his band, but they're also the Hall & Oates band. So you're getting everything about Hall & Oates minus Oates. And so Todd played, the rain's coming down, it's starting to get a little wet. We're sitting on blankets and everything. And then, and I should say, not to cut Todd short, Todd was very good. And again, I wish I appreciated him more, because I know that he did a really good job, and he was tearing it up on the guitar. So yeah, if you're a big Todd Rundgren fan, go see him when you can, because he still got it. He can still shred. And it was cool to hear the hits, that I know. So between sets, the event coordinator of the concert comes out, and she says something like, we're monitoring the National Weather Service. If lightning gets within 5 miles of the venue, we're going to shut the place down. If rain starts blowing itself into the actual structure where the performers were going to be playing, they were going to shut it down. And the show was never shut down. However, there was lightning very close to the venue. Uh, Again, heavy rain, and it was probably about 68, 69 degrees Fahrenheit here in Virginia. And, uh, you know, by the end of the show, we were wringing out our clothes and we were soaked. It was coming through the rain jackets and everything. So anyway, they didn't call off the show. Daryl Hall came out looking just like Daryl Hall, and he was singing. The first half of the show was a lot of his solo stuff. He did do an older song called "It's Uncanny," which is a early Daryl Hall and John Oates song, and really the first big hit that he pulled out was "Sarah Smile," the Hall and Oates song, and it was great to hear that the guitar was smooth and Daryl was on the piano. That's just a great song, and the band is just tight. And he did songs like, "You Make My Dreams Come True," "Every Time You Go Away." Um, what was the other one? He did about 5 or 6 Hall and Oates songs. He did a song about the Eurythmics called "Here Comes the Rain Again," a big hit by them. And he made a point saying that, he's like, yeah, Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics emailed me this morning and was asking me if I can induct them into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And, he's like, I wish I could, but I'm filming a live from Daryl's house that day, and I don't think I can get out of it. So he's like, I would love to do that though, but he can't. But what was interesting was that he's very much a diva, and to use that expression, the sound was never quite right for him in his ear. You could see him barking orders at the sound guy off stage. He's like, let's see if my sound man can get this right and stuff like that. And there's a couple of times he was playing piano and you could see him going off the microphone. He was like covering his mouth, like, give me the mic. And everything else sounded great. The band sounded tight. You could hear every instrument. But Daryl Hall was just complaining about his ear monitor, and the perfectionist in him was coming out. And, I don't know if that sound guy had a job at the end of the night, honestly. And Daryl Hall made note after one song. He said, it's like, oh, that was embarrassing, or something like that. So he was very full of himself. Another big song that they did, I just remembered, was "I Can't Go For That." So it was great to hear that drum. Like, really, really good. And then the just really good stuff. And so at the end of the show, Todd Rundgren came out and they sing the songs "Can We Still Be Friends?" and what's it called? Oh my word, my brain can't. "Wait for Me," the Hall & Oates song, and they duetted on that, and they kind of made it like a Live from Daryl's House show. And if you don't know what Live from Daryl's House is, it's Daryl Hall hanging out in his studio, and he invites his musical friends and heroes to come, and they swap songs together, and it's really neat. So Rundgren came out and did a few songs with Daryl, and then I think they finished with "You Make My Dreams Come True." So just really cool to see that. And so it was a fun show. It was a good audience. They stuck with it. Probably by the second half of the show, I'd say about half of the audience had left because of the rain. Just, they were done with it. And Hall at that point had done like 5 solo songs, and so I think they were thinking like, oh, we're not going to hear any Hall and Oates. But obviously he knocked out 4 or 5 big Hall and Oates hits at the end. So overall, it was a great show. I'd like to see them in a indoor venue. Outdoor concerts are always a risk. They're not my favorite. I've been to only about 5 or 6, and they're all different. That's for sure. But anyway, let me know if you've seen this tour. Again, it was a good time and great memories. And my cousin actually ended up getting a guitar pick from the one of the roadies. So let me know what y'all think about Daryl Hall. His piano playing was great. Not quite like, somebody like Dr. John, the doctor, Dr. John McRebenack. But he had his own style, that Philly sound. on the piano, and he played guitar as well. But he's a great musician, that's for sure. A great voice. So anyway, y'all be good. Take care, and I'll talk to y'all real soon.